Awaken to hair growth. Awaken to hair growth because there is possibility to get your hair back. Awaken to hair growth because we're not told that we're able to conquer and overcome alopecia. Awaken to hair growth because I want to be a positive light and beacon for you because I've healed my alopecia and now I help others do the same with different types of alopecia, men, women, children of all ages, of all races and ethnicities. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Alopecia Angel podcast. I'm your host, Johanna Dahlman, and today we will be talking about the Hair and Heal program. For many of you, this is probably your first time hearing about it. Maybe others, you've been following me for a while, so you are very much aware. But for those of you who want to see more than what's on the website or see more and understand more, here is the podcast with as much information as I can offer right now. So what is the Hair and Heal program? So the Hair and Heal program is a 2-month, 8-week program. 8 weeks, 2 months total, online program. So anyone can do this anywhere around the world, whether you live in the UK, in Canada, in Australia, it doesn't matter. As long as you have internet access, you can access this program. It's 8 weeks long, and I take you from weeks 1 through weeks 8, and we implement little by little things that we need to do, change and modify and educate you on to ensure that you see hair growth. You can go at your own pace, and you can go as quickly as you'd like. So there are two options, just like anyone else. In school, I was the type of person where I would get my new set of books and I would want to look ahead and look at the other chapters to see what was coming up. If that's you, great, you can do that. If you want to take extra time and spend 3 weeks on week 1, you can do that too. If you want to spend 5 months on week 1, you can also do that too. We go at your own pace. So even though it's an 8-week course, 2-month course, you can still go at your own pace. So there's no sense of pushing you. This is an individual journey. However, the journey is online and we start with an evaluation form. This evaluation form is 10 pages long and we look into and ask a bunch of questions that are necessary so that I can understand where you are, how to help you, your type of situation, all your health situation and your hair situation. And then from there, I can create recommendations so that you see hair growth in less time. Because that's the objective here, is to see hair growth in less time, to get over the hump, to start healing alopecia, to start healing your hair loss, to start healing any type of hair loss that you have, whether it's telogen effluvium, diffuse, scarring, traction, androgenetic, AGA, female pattern baldness, alopecia areata, totalis, universalis, any different type of alopecia, this program is customized to you. First and foremost, it's not a one size fits all. It can't be a one size fits all. And I talk about this in other podcast episodes, so I want to not go into that at this point. So yes, you can do the program for you. You can do the program for a loved one. Many times it's parents doing the program for their child. I talked about in my previous, I believe it was 73, podcast 72 or 73, what parents should know when they do the program for their child. So if you are a parent doing the program for their child, listen to that because that'll give you more insight as to how to maneuver around the program with a child. If you're doing this for you, fantastic. It's very much possible. And of course, even if you're the parent, absolutely possible as well too. We've taken people as young as 8 months into the program and as old as 75. So it's never too late. Even if you've had alopecia for 100 years, it's never too late to heal. As long as you have a beating heart and there's a will, you can heal. You have to have the desire. That's the first step. You have to have the desire to heal. If you don't have the desire, then it's like no one's going to help you, right? No one can help you. If you have the beating heart, meaning you're alive, fantastic. You're off to a great start. We can heal you, right? That's what's important. If you're alive and you have a desire, you can move forward. It's all up to you. It really is. So we start with that evaluation and then we go week by week. Information is given to you on a week by week situation. At the moment, there are 2 different types of programs. You have both are the Hair and Heal. However, one has group coaching. The other one has no coaching. So one is self-study. Self-study, what does that mean? That means you study on your own. You are at your own pace. You do as much or as little as you want. You implement as little or as much as you want. Yes, you're given the evaluation. Yes, you're given your recommendations. But then if you have questions, if you have, concerns, if you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to somebody, it's not there. The self-study is a do-it-yourself on your own. And what can I say? It's almost like any self-study program. I'm sure that when you took your driver's test, test, it was self-study. It was for me. I didn't go through a course. I mean, I did go through a course when I was like 16, but that was 16. And then when I moved to another state, I had to redo the driver's license test because the state required it. And so guess what? They gave me a little book online. I had to read through it all and then take the test and pass the test with a certain amount of, I think it was like an 80% or above. So it's that type of thing where it's a self-study course completely. Now, with the group coaching, you get so many calls with me in a group format, Zoom calls, and I do take it into consideration everyone's time zone. Me having lived in the US, having lived in Europe, having lived in Japan, having lived in Brazil and so many other countries, like I'm very cognizant of time zones. So I always make it available to wherever you're living. It's always going to be during the daytime or doing working normal hours or doing just normal hours. It's not going to be at 3 a.m., if that makes sense, right? It's not going to be 3 a.m., 2 a.m. With that said, the group coaching is very nice because A, there's accountability. B, you get access to me. C, you get to go step by step and ask questions and, use me as a sounding board should you feel or doubt yourself with any next move or any next week that's coming up. For many of you, this is all new. Probably for everybody, this is all new. For me, going through my own healing, it was all new for me. All the learnings, the education, the implementation, it was all new for me. And sometimes our lifestyle, right, is very different and from one client to another. And so you always would like workarounds. You always want techniques and strategies on how to do your best with your best, right? So for example, I've had college students do the program. I've had college students who live in dorms who only have access to the cafeteria do the program. I've had clients who work and live out of hotels because they travel so much. And literally they live in the hotel Monday through Friday, and on weekends they go home. I've had people who are traveling, take vacation. I've had people who, not just in menopause or beyond menopause, but also, trying to get pregnant. I've had people who are coming off the birth control pill. I've had people who haven't even hit puberty yet. So it doesn't matter at what stage of life you are or where you are, you can always heal and there's always a workaround. But when you have coaching, when you have access to me, I can help you more. I can help you on a deeper level because the program is set up for you to succeed. The program walks you through all these things, but sometimes we need extra help. And normally if you feel the tug for coaching, I'd say grab it. If you feel the need for extra coaching, take it because it's so much easier to have access to somebody and to ask questions and to get the answers right then and there versus waiting days, weeks, months, or anything else. You don't want to wait. You want to get the answers. You want to move forward. I know if you are considering this program, you are wanting to heal, you want your hair growth, and you are very excited at the possibility of saying goodbye to alopecia and hair loss once and for all. You are very excited at the peace of mind that's on the other side of this program. You are very excited at the hair growth that's about to come to you and change your life because it is life-changing. This program is transformational on so many levels. It's mind, body, spirit. It has nothing to do with religion, but it is a holistic view of where we need to be our best, where we need to tweak to be our best. And there are a lot of aha moments. Even for me, I continue to have aha moments in health and life and just, being my best, because that's what this is. This is a program for you to be your best so that the hair comes out. And the hair comes out. Yes, it's scientific backed. Yes, there are metrics that we can put in place. You will see the results if you implement, it's kind of like if you put on the running shoes and you start running, you can eventually get to that marathon. You can eventually run those 26 miles with ease. Am I going to force you to run the 26 miles tomorrow? No, but we work up to it. And so in the same vein, this is where you see hair growth. This is where we start implementing little by little. Again, these are baby steps. And this is why it takes 2 months. I can't go over everything that we talk about or everything that we do in the program in one podcast episode or on one consultation call. It's too much. There's too much in-depth information. And it's a lot of information. It's comprehensive. This is not some, superficial, do this, use that. No. I've done online courses myself. I've done online courses for sleep training for my toddler. I've done online courses of various types. And some, yes, can be very superficial and very just like very easy. But I'm telling you, this information, no one has. No one has because no one's done the work. No one's connected all the dots. I have people who are personal trainers, pharmacists, functional medicine doctors, regular doctors, nutritionists, dietitians, nurses, registered nurses, nurses who've been in practice for over 30 years who teach other nurses. I mean, I've had so many different clinical nutritionists. I've had so many different types of health and wellness people do my program, and there's a gap in information. And this is why they too are dealing with hair loss. I've even had hairdressers do my program because they too see hair loss. So this is a situation where it's very, very customized. It's not a one size fits all. So what are some of the outcomes that you can tangibly see? Well, better improvements of any and all of your ailments, hair growth, first and foremost. You get to the root cause. You take inventory of all of you, really understanding, what these triggers are, what these blind spots are, really understanding the life lessons that you need to know now so that you can say goodbye to alopecia once and for all. We essentially clean house and rebuild you from the bottom up so that you are a strong, solid foundation from now to the rest of your life. What I like to say to my clients is that doing this healing program is the first day to the rest of your life, because it really is. Anything else that you've done in the past obviously has not worked. This is why you are here. But not just that, is that it's led you to the wrong path, more than likely because there was misinformation, because it's not enough, or because you were missing something. And many times when we fail, right, and I'm using air quotes when I say this, when we are rejected, whether with the results or whether we are rejected with, the process or the procedure that we're looking into. And let's say I try, some supplements, or maybe I try medical medium or whatever it is, and I don't see the result. Well, it's because it's not there for us. It's there to redirect us. I always say the rejection is the redirection. So if you've tried it all and you think you've tried it all, I'm telling you, you haven't. And you haven't because you don't have the results. Because if you did, you would have results. So you've tried a lot of things that don't work for you. You've tried a lot of things that are not for you. And this is the key to understanding that, because again, it's not a one size fits all. You really have to tailor this. I just like to yell this at the top of my lungs. Like, you have to really tailor this to each person. The 65-year-old nurse that I have in my program right now, who sees hair growth at week 5 for the first time in her life after 6 years, who has alopecia totalis, that's the way I'm treating her, the way I'm healing her is not the same way as the college student who I just talked to yesterday, who just had 2 patches of alopecia areata. And it's not the same way that I healed the 17-year-old girl who had alopecia universalis, who now has full hair growth. I actually just saw her on a group coaching call 2 days ago, and she's got the thickest eyebrows you've ever seen. I didn't recognize her. It was impressive. Very, very impressive. It's amazing what is possible to do once you find the root cause, once you get this evaluation, once you get this all tailored to you. I can't stress enough how important this is, because if it's not tailored to you, if it's a one-size-all approach, you're not going to get the help or the results that you want. I'm results driven. This is why I do what I do. So those blind spots, you can listen back to episode 2 of my podcast, and I talk all about blind spots. These are things that are holding you back. And many times we don't know it until someone points it out. It's almost like when you're driving the car and you're trying to switch lanes to the right, and you see that you can't because there's somebody there, but you didn't see them. It's a blind spot. And so when your car starts beeping at you, or when they start honking at you because you almost, rammed into them, then this is where you saved yourself from a car accident. So blind spots are those things that hold us back from seeing our full potential, full hair growth. And this is where the magic happens. This is where the magic happens, because once you have those blind spots in your hand, you're like, aha, I got this. And so guess what? With those blind spots, with the triggers, with understanding and having that self-awareness, then boom, you have the education and the empowerment so that alopecia never bothers you again, so that hair loss never comes again. And I can say this because it's been more than 8 years for me. I've had very, very stressful times. I've moved like 3 continents in 1 year. I've, had COVID. I've had a pregnancy, and still alopecia has not come back. And why is that? It's because I have control. I can't control many things, like if the sun comes out, if it's windy or rainy, but I can definitely control me, myself, and I can definitely control everything that revolves around me, and I can control everything within me. And so this is the key. This is the power that once you go through the program, you will learn how to reverse your hair loss, what triggers your hair loss, why children get alopecia and how to help them, how to help your children in autoimmune diseases and other diseases, how to keep hair loss at bay, reverse it completely and never return, the importance of every aspect of health, the other factors that might impede swift results, uncovering your blind spots, which is priceless, creating a strategy for lifelong success, diet and lifestyle, everything what that really means for you, because for you at 20 is going to to look different for you at 40, for you at 50, for you at 60, and so on, right? We change, we evolve. And so you have to change and evolve and modify that as you go as well. Deep diving into diet and nutrition, lifestyle aspects, and how to improve health all around, how to keep you, your family healthy, strong with immune systems now and forever. And that's the key, because if you have a strong health foundation, then nothing that comes your way will bother you. How to navigate holidays, travel, gatherings, life in general, everything is taken into account. Many changes that my clients have seen and experienced include hair growth, no more dryness, dry eyes, dry skin, digestive issues resolve, the hair growth, as I just mentioned, less hair fall, shedding. And by the way, hair loss and shedding stop at around week 2 to week 4 on average. So give me 2 to 4 weeks and your hair loss and hair shedding will stop. Give me a little bit more and you will start to see hair growth. Some people see hair growth a lot sooner. They see it in week 3, week 4, week 5, some week 8, week 9, week 10. It just all depends how we implement and how we actually, proceed within the program. They also see no more depression, no more anxiety, no more angst, no more uncertainty, better moods. They're happy, they're hopeful, they're excited for the future. They have peace of mind. They have peace in their hearts, better bowel movements. They clear up of acne from their face, back, and body. They clear up of other symptoms like joint pain, body odor, halitosis. They have no more eczema, no more psoriasis, no more brain fog. They feel like themselves again. They're empowered over their health and their well-being. They're hopeful and they understand that the power of diet and lifestyle is real and that it's available to everyone. And understanding ultimately that diet and lifestyle is so much more than superficial internet searches, and that this in-depth and comprehensive program goes above and beyond, tackling all areas of alopecia so that you can find healing, help, support, and hair growth in less time, because that's really key. I will say, whether or not you choose to do the program, whether or not you still want to heal, the only way to heal is the natural way. It's the only way. Medicine and all these other gimmicks will not help. Unfortunately, fortunately. You know why? It's because there's a lesson there to learn. We all have a lesson to learn. I've had huge aha moments during my healing of alopecia, and so have my clients. And if you want to hear interviews, if you want to see success stories, we have success stories online, but then we also have interviews on this podcast. We have interviews. We have them in Spanish too, but we also have them in English. And so you can see from a diverse background of people that it's helped them and it continues to help them throughout. So who is this for? Hair and Heal is for anyone who wants to heal and reverse alopecia, whether it's the autoimmune or whether it's just hair loss in general, maybe different types of hair loss, naturally, holistically, without any risks, without any negative side effects, without any harm to them. It's for somebody who doesn't want any more vicious cycles. It's for somebody who is willing to make changes to get the hair that they want. It's for somebody who's willing and ready to invest in their health and in themselves and to go the extra mile if needed. It's for parents who want to do this for their children. It's for parents who want to embody and have the whole family get healthy. It's for anyone who doesn't want to settle for less, settle for medications that harm you and your health. It's for you if you want to support your body and understand your blind spots, understand your triggers, understand why this is happening to you. It's for you if you are tired of all the band-aids and gimmicks and hair growth and want the results in less time. It's for you if you believe and are committed to your healing and hair growth, because it is a journey. My journey took 3.5 years, but now looking back, I see that this can be done in less than 8 weeks. You can have all the tools, all the info, all the strategies, boom, in a 2-month program and have the rest of your life taken care of. What caused me 3.5, almost 4 years of struggle, angst, issues, pain and suffering can now be resolved in less time. And that's huge. Results in less than 8 weeks, 90% see hair growth by the end of the program. And again, for those of you in that 10%, it comes a little bit later. It comes. It's not about if it does or doesn't come. It comes. It just comes a little bit later. And that also depends on blind spots. It also depends on the next steps with each of those blind spots. And depending if you have 1 blind spot or 10, it looks very different, right? It's almost like when you buy a house, when you're in the market for house buying and you do inspections and then they find a leak and then they find maybe termites and they find this and they find that. Well, it depends how many other things need to be inspected and resolved before you can buy the house, before you want to buy the house, right? There could be so many things. Maybe the driveway is cracked and aesthetically it doesn't look good. Or maybe, even when you're buying a car, you look at the scratches, you look at the tires, you look at the paint job, you look at the history of the car, right? Is it used? How many miles, etc. It's like you want to look at everything, even under the hood, so to speak, to see what could be a good buy or not a good buy. And this is important when it comes to our health. We have to look at everything. And depending on those blind spots, then, is the engine running well? All these other things that we need to make sure that everything is in order so that your healing is an open path. It's open path so that you can see the hair growth in less time. So a lot of questions regarding the program is, will I lose weight? And yes, sometimes, yes, the majority do lose weight. If you are afraid of losing weight, we have ways and strategies and techniques to help you navigate that. So that's not a problem. Other questions I get around the program is, can I do this if I am vegan, vegetarian, a meat eater, a pescatarian, a fruitarian, only eat pork, only don't eat pork, eat beef, don't eat beef, etc. Have diet allergies or anything else? Yes, you can. It's customized to you. It's all customized to you, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, eat meat, don't eat meat, etc. The other questions I get in regards to this is that, can I do this if I fast for Ramadan? I've had people who are practicing Muslims and who fast for Ramadan. Yes, you can. I also have questions in how soon can I expect results? Where does the hair grow first? Well, how soon you can expect results? Well, normally it should be within the first 8 weeks. And if not, maybe a little bit more. Again, it all depends on the blind spots. It depends on how you implement. It depends how you follow directions, etc. But that's where 90% see it is on their head first. And it also depends on what type of alopecia you have. But for the most part, it's on the head first. The format of the program, it's completely online, 100%. All you need is internet access. It's very, very private. It's not on Facebook. It's not on any of these social media platforms. It's through our own educational portal, and you get immediate access once you join the program. So let's say if I just put in all my information and I join the program, I get immediate access to it, and the program starts now. So you have accessibility wherever you live in any time zone at any point. It's available to you 24/7. The program is 2 months long or 8 weeks total, and you get extra access to the program. So we have currently access times of 6 months and 12 months. And if you need extra, we can accommodate you. If you always need, let's say, to come back to it and you want extra access, we can accommodate you. All you have to do is email us at client support. It comes with coaching and without coaching. There's two separate. It's all one program, but there's two separate types. There's the self-study for those who want to, do it on their own. And there's those who want extra support, extra hand-holding. And this is where I would highly recommend the group coaching so you can get answers, so you can get that extra accountability and support that you may need. Can people with alopecia and thyroid issues or hormone issues do the program? Yes. We've seen reversal of Graves' disease, Hashimoto's disease, PCOS. We've seen many, many illnesses go to sleep, reverse, and heal completely. So much so where people are getting off their medication. So yes, they can. And yes, you can. And we also have a masterclass. It's the thyroid and hormones masterclass. So you have the option to purchase this upon purchasing the program as well at a discounted rate. The hormone and thyroid masterclass is for those of you who do have a concern with your hormones or do have a concern with your thyroid or want that extra education. And it's huge what this education gives you, because it gives you a clear-cut process to understanding your grade and your Hashimoto's and your thyroiditis and anything else that might be lurking there for you. Can we work with you even though I am working with another practitioner, naturopath, functional medicine doctor, etc.? Yes, you can. Absolutely, you can. How do I know if this will work for me and my type of hair loss? Great question. This program, the Hair and Heal program, puts you in the driver's seat. You have full control of your results. You have full access. The more you implement, the greater the results. Results are no longer determined by a serum, shampoo, or a product. It's determined by your implementation with a tailored approach and a strategy for high performance hair growth. This is why the personal evaluation is key, along with recommending tailoring things to you. This is why this is key. The evaluation is so key to your success. And on top of that, it puts you in the driver's seat. You are in full control. I tell you exactly what needs to happen, and you can opt in to do or not do. You can opt in for results or no results. You can opt in to change or not change. You can opt in to implement or not implement. It's all up to you, but all up to you also means how quickly and how soon you will see those results. So I hope that makes sense. I work as your personal trainer, and I'm telling you exactly what needs to happen for you to get the results that you're looking for. That's exactly how this relationship works. Can you help someone with alopecia and a second or third autoimmune disease? Yes, 100%. We can, and we help you. We evaluate you, and we create recommendations for you tailored to you and to those autoimmune diseases. So what happens to the 10% who don't see hair growth in 8 weeks? I touched upon this a little earlier. Also have a podcast past episode about this, but everyone's body is different. Depending on how well you follow the program, it might take a little more time, which is okay. Remember, I took over 3 years to finally see just a little bit of hair growth. A few more weeks until hair growth comes is okay. Sometimes there are blind spots to work through, and these are a work in progress. Yes, 90% see hair growth in 8 weeks or less, but if you happen to be a part of the 10%, then there is a little more work to be done. And again, everyone's journey is different and it's not one size fits all. Enjoy the journey. And if you need extra help and support and access to the program, then we can always accommodate and help. We want to see you succeed. And just because it may not happen as quickly does not mean it won't happen. Take it from someone who tripped over several blind spots for months and years until seeing hair growth and now 100% full health. You can do this. We have seen it be done, and starting with the evaluation will give you the keys to unlock your personal success. So that's for those of you who, are wondering about that 10% who don't see hair growth in 8 weeks. You will see it. It's just a matter of time. Does this program help people with alopecia due to hormones, menopause, perimenopause, puberty, PCOS, etc.? Yes, it does. And we have seen it occur in numerous clients. Don't think that just because you have other concerns around age or cycle or health conditions that you cannot get your health and hair back. We teach you how step by step. Additionally, we have our hormone and thyroid masterclass that dives deep into this area. With the evaluation, we tailor this to you. What types of alopecia have you had success with? We've had success with alopecia areata, alopecia totalis, alopecia universalis, AGA, diffuse, female pattern baldness, telogen effluvium, traction, stress-induced hair loss, frontal fibrosing, and some scarring. We have treated children as young as 8 months to adults over 70 years of age. It's never too late to heal. Even if you have had alopecia for 100 years, you can still heal. Again, the beating heart and the desire is all that it takes. The other situation is, I get this question a lot. It's like, is this program only for Caucasians? Is this program only for, adults, only for children? No, it's for anyone, regardless of age, race, ethnicity, where you come from, where you live. This can all, be implemented. And I give you strategies. I think the beautiful thing here is that I've actually lived in many different cities and countries. I'm able to connect with the numerous clients in over 60 countries because of this. I've traveled to over 65 countries, lived in 10 different countries. And so I can easily connect with all of you and give you, navigational tools on how to maneuver around this. So it's a beautiful thing that I have that experience and I'm able to help you throughout. Another question that I get is, how often do I update the information? How often is more information coming in? And what I'd like to say is that I'm always updating the information. I'm always on top of the latest information, of the latest research, of the latest news, so to speak. I give this to you all the time. And so I'm consistently updating information, consistently bringing in more information, bringing in more experts to give you personal presentations. And so this is a great opportunity to heal and understand, maybe even outside of your own blind spots, but to learn the other blind spots. So let's see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about when it comes to the Hair and Heal program. We offer it periodically, and we also offer free training so you can get an understanding of what we go over. And I think that's about it. I think that's been a really good synopsis and understanding of the Hair and Heal program. We've helped numerous, thousands of people already. So you can do this. Again, it takes a beating heart and a willingness to want to heal and a willingness to move forward. And for those of you who are skeptics, I get it. I understand. You've been pitched and you've been sold, and the hair loss, industry, so to speak, is rampant with a bunch of gimmicks that don't work. I totally get it. But I will say that investing in yourself is the best way to really get the return on investment for you. This is completely tailored to you. So this is what puts the Hair and Heal program different from anything else out there, because it's tailored to you. I take the time personally and review your evaluation. I look at your intake form 100%. This is key to your success. The other thing I'd like to add is that when it comes to investing in yourself, a lot of times we also have limiting beliefs. Well, what if this works? What if this doesn't work? Well, you don't know until you know. So for example, you can read all about learning how to swim, but if you don't get into the water, you'll never know exactly what that looks like, what that feels like, and how that affects your body or how that affects you in general. You have to get into the water in order to heal. You have to get into the water in order to learn to swim. So in this case, the same way, you can't just read about it. You also have to take action. Taking action is a prerequisite to healing. If you don't take action, then you will only continue to be stuck and revert back to the situation that you're in, and maybe even see it worse. Many times you guys are in vicious cycles. Maybe you guys are in between cycles, or maybe you're just diagnosed. But at the end of the day, you have to get ahead of it. And the only way to get ahead of it is through this empowered conversation comprehensive program that gives you the tools for success for not just today, but for the rest of your life. I always say to my clients, this is the beginning, the first day to the rest of your life, because it is a game-changing, transformational program. It can transform you from anxiety and depression to peace of mind, from hair loss to hair growth, to not knowing what your blind spots and triggers and what was holding you back, to understanding exactly what you need to move forward and to say goodbye to this once and for all. So the choice is yours. And I look forward to working with you inside the program when you are ready, And sometimes we all need that little push of encouragement. So I encourage you to look at the success stories. I encourage you to look at the other interviews online and also on the podcast. And since you're at it, please rate and review and let us know how we're doing. If you have any questions and feedback, you can always contact us off our webpage and on our site. You can always contact us and ask any other questions. I look forward to helping you, and know that at the end of the day, healing is possible. And it's not just for, a special few. It's for everybody. Heartbeat and willingness. That's all you need. Take care. Thank you for listening to the Alopecia Angel podcast, a positive light in healing alopecia. You can do this, and we can help. Spread the word that reversing alopecia is possible by telling your friends and family.